Hey everybody! Want to know the top places to live in Tampa and some areas you may have never heard of? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you just that. Come on, let's go! Hey everybody! I'm Emily. I'm a licensed real estate agent here in the state of Florida, and I grew up right here in the Tampa-St. Pete area, but I've been away for a little bit, and so much has changed in Tampa. Some things good, some things not so good, but we're gonna get to that later. But first, if you have any real estate related questions, please feel free to reach out to me. All of my information is linked below. You can also schedule your own 30-minute free consultation with me to discuss your personal real estate needs and goals. That calendar link is also below. And as always, if you don't mind, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. So today we're going to be talking about the top areas in Tampa to live. Now, I focused on 3 areas based on 3 different criteria, one of which was schools, A-rated, average home price, and livability, like activities and shopping and that sort of thing, your daily life. Now, the top 3 areas that I focused on were ones that people don't really talk about a lot, and some kind of maybe turn their nose up at. But I'm going to tell you some of the reasons why I think they should be put on your top 5 list. And I'm also going to talk about some other areas in some other videos, but today we're going to focus on Keystone and Odessa, which is just north of Keystone. And then just to the east of Keystone is Cheval, and just east of that is Lutz. So let's get to it. So Keystone is about 32 miles long of rural area, and it is north of town of central Tampa, I should say. It's in the northwest corner of Hillsborough County, and it has a lot of surrounding lakes. It has Lake Keystone, Rainbow Lake, and a few other really nice little lakes within the communities around it. On my research, because I'm also, for my current clients, everybody's looking for other areas to potentially look into that have all the same criteria that everybody wants, right? The A-rated schools, an average home price that people can afford, also nearby shopping, nearby activities, that sort of thing. So Keystone has a little bit of everything, but it is very rural. You're gonna have equestrian centers, you're gonna have areas that have a lot more acreage, and you're gonna have areas that have little suburbs within it as well. So when we're talking about the A-rated schools, they're very hard to come by in the Tampa area. So when I did my research, the area of Keystone going east to Cheval, further east being Lutz, that panhandle area has a lot of the top rated A-rated schools in the area. So of course I wanted to focus on that, as I have clients that is their number 1 criteria. So we have Steinbrenner High School, we have Sickles, we have Martinez Middle School, we have McKittrick Elementary, we've got Schwarzkopf, that I'm gonna say wrong. So they're all really great schools, and they're all nestled within the little communities surrounding it. And if we're talking about the MLS and the median house price, again, it's all over the map, but you could probably get a home within that 350, 450, probably 450 is really more accurate, 450, 500, based on what's happening right now. But I think we're gonna start to see things level off here soon. But the Keystone area is definitely a nice rural suburb with, you could get some land if you wanted a horse or some cattle or that sort of thing. That's your area. It's lots of nature, in little mom and pop shops, and you're not far again from the beaten path where all of the major shopping centers and restaurants are, which I'm going to show you as well. Now, if you're an outdoor person like me, or you and your family are looking for what kind of activities to do, since I'm talking about a rural area, there are a lot of nature paths. There's Lutz Lake Fern Trailhead, and it is, in total about 14 miles. It stops at a certain point, but then you can grab the Suncoast Trail as well. So And there's tons of parks. There's also Keystone Park, which has summer activities and after-school programs, as well as tennis lessons and all that kind of recreational stuff to do for the kids and the family. So there's plenty of things to do. Now, as far as shopping, it's going to be those small little strip malls with few mom and pop shops, but just down the road, you can go into Cheval and go into Northdale Mabry, and you're right there with all of the major shopping. So you're really not that far from the Publix, from the Walmarts and that sort of thing. It feels a little further out, but you're really not that far out. You just have to drive around and check it out for yourself. And again, call me, I'll take you on a tour. I wanted to touch a little bit upon Odessa that sits just north of Keystone. The population is really almost about 8,000 people, probably a little bit more than that. The housing prices there differ a little bit from Keystone. They're a little bit more affordable. You've also got low crime. Keystone and Odessa, all these areas that I'm talking about today have really low crime. I need to mention that as well. But Odessa, again, is just like this little square that sits at the top of the map at Keystone. All right, so let's talk about Cheval. Cheval is about an 8,000 person populated little town. I call it a town. I really don't know what to call it. Is it a suburb of a suburb? But it sits, again, just east of Keystone as you're heading towards Lutz. There is a little subdivision called, not little, there's a large subdivision called Cheval, which has our mega mansions in them. Now, if that's your thing, great. I can help you with that all day long. But there is some surrounding communities within Cheval that offer beautiful homes as well. And they are in the A-rated school districts and very low crime and wonderful shopping all around it. I'm going to show you one of my favorite shopping centers here in a little bit. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about Lutz. Lutz has a population of about 22,000. It's probably more than that since I last checked, as everybody's moving there. A lot of young professionals, a lot of young families are moving there for a lot of good reasons. Again, you've got lots of nature, you've got little lakes and ponds everywhere, you've actually got a lot of great shopping and the A-rated school districts, and extremely low crime. So it makes it a perfect option if those are some of your top criteria. Lutz is also considered an area that's maybe a little bit more affordable than, say, the Tampa Central area or even Carrollwood and Northdale. Carrollwood and Northdale are starting to creep up in prices as well, and Lutz is just above that. So you could probably get a house in that $320 is the last I looked. $350, again, $300 to $400 range is probably going to be the area you can look within. $300, you might have to fix it up a little bit, put that sweat equity in. $400, you probably could get the majority of the things that you want in a home. But it's, again, a really great place. It's a suburbs. It's a nice, large suburb area. You've got West Chase just above it, and then you're not even 15 minutes from downtown Tampa. Okay, so I just stopped into one of my favorite little shopping centers here in Lutz. I thought I'd mention it's called Dyke Commons, and there's several things I love in this shopping center. First off, there's Umami Sushi. Probably my favorite sushi all over Tampa is here in Lutz in Dyke Commons. I probably should not tell you that. It's a very small little mom and pop place, but they've got some of the best rolls possible. Second, they have chicken salad chicks here, which I absolutely love, and the other location is in South Tampa. So for those of us that don't live near South Tampa, chicken salad chicks. Also, it's got a Home Goods. It's got a really good Home Goods. I am addicted to Home Goods. Not to mention, it's got a great little nail place, it's got a Dollar Tree, it's got a GNC, it's got all these other little stores that you would expect to see in a strip mall. But I just had to point out a couple of my favorites because I noticed that when I am in Lutz, this is where I come. I'm like, oh good, I can get some sushi, I can go to Home Goods, and I can get my nails done. Score! Whew. Well, that about does it for me today, guys. I'm officially melted, and the Chicken Salad Chicks is calling my name. Thanks again for watching, and I'll be back with a few more of the top places to live in Tampa. Again, some hidden gems that you may not have thought about. But again, don't forget, if you have any real estate related questions, I would really love to hear from you. So check out my links below. below. You can also get that 30-minute free consultation by clicking my calendar link below as well. And we can talk a little bit more personally about your real estate needs and goals. Again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Appreciate it. And that does it for me. Have a great one, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.